wara yakase nyimpa 11 na ya chi won 11 no nyina no wo nyina wo aban na akukuma aban onyu obedi last one ya chi ya kwachi no ko diwa all the way ya kwachi no ko diwa na ya ne bai nti nyina chi de aban yampa ndai na yampa ndaso ya nyama onye de da no bi na woda no fofa ho a sabi yankwenko sihwe yenyu abrepa nta sabi wa obi egwana akwache ko de bu a sanche baka de wa trapo oko but yenyu the baby a ye hwede obi a no ho bonda ma asam no mu bia no yensaboso no mana embranyi na eze.
During the visit, Nana Eja Otiase appealed to government to establish a permanent security post in the area to prevent future conflict.
Meguso shame mindful and crime. Say na yan shedding. Ne mum dia aka wa chire no na wase ani mpanimfo ya kro na ya bɔ ho ban. Ne mum se be yeden abɔ ho ban ani na efrin hihye ya ni ya mpanimfo ya de begu akwanu. No kreni ya hanom security sem ye weak.
Resident also echoes the chief's call, urging the government to set up a security post to safeguard lives and property and prevent future violent incidents. Ghana is moving to address years of fragmented government data system as Ghana Statistical Service has signed agreement with 25 ministries, departments and agencies to integrate administrative data for national planning and development. The initiative is expected to strengthen coordination across the public sector, improve the use of government data in policy formulation and national development strategies. Government statistician Al-Hassan Idrisu, during the signing ceremony on Thursday, March 12, 2026, described the move as a major transformation in the country's data management framework. Dr. Idrisu explained that significant volumes of administrative data are generated daily across sectors such as health, education, security, and infrastructure, but these data sets have often been produced under different standards and remain difficult to access for policy making. According to him, the Memorandum of Understanding signed with the institutions will establish clear arrangement for coordinating and sharing data across government entities so the information can be converted into high-quality official statistics. Dr. Idrisu added that the initiative operationalizes the mandate of the Statistics Act 2019 Act 1003, which empowers the Ghana Statistical Service to coordinate the country's national statistical system. He emphasized the stronger collaboration among the 25 institutions described as the country's data backbone would help transform administrative data into national development assets. The Member of Parliament for Walewale, Abdul Kabiru Tia Mahama, has accused the President, John Dramani Mahama, of breaching the code of conduct for government appointees by repeatedly using a private jet owned by his brother for official international travel. The New Patriotic legislator said arrangement raises serious ethical concerns and creates what he described as a palpable conflict of interest. The president is currently on a trip to South Korea and reportedly traveled on a private jet owned by a businessman, Ibrahim Mahama, his brother. Dr. Tia Mahama argued that the decision contradicts standards set out in the government-owned code of conduct for public officials. According to the Walewale MP, public officials, especially the president, must avoid situations that could raise questions about ethical conduct and undue advantage. Franklin Kujo, the president of Imani Africa, has called on the president, John Mahama, to explain his continued use of a private jet belonging to his brother, Ibrahim Mahama, for official state trip. The call comes after concerns were raised by sections of the public over the president's repeated use of the aircraft instead of the official presidential jet, the Dassault Falcon 900EX. The MP also referenced previous criticism from members of the current administration when they were in opposition regarding the use of aircraft for presidential travel. He recalled that debates at the time centered on whether Ghana's presidential jet was serviceable and whether the then government should rely on commercial flight. Dr. Tia Mahama insisted the alternative options existed for the president travel arrangement. The debate also comes at a time when government has announced measures to reduce public spending, including restrictions on official travel by government appointees and board members. The MP is therefore calling for an immediate end to the practice, arguing it's undermined public confidence, contradicts the ethical standard expected of government officials.
The president, who under the previous government in opposition spoke so much and spoke so vehemently against the former president using commercial flights and then embarking on trips. The argument that was advanced then was the fact that our presidential jet was not serviceable. But they argued strenuously and with the current foreign minister stating that the presidential jet was serviceable. Down the line, the president is found to be doing the very thing that they spoke against it. First, it's marks of conflict of interest. How will the president deny his brother an opportunity if the brother seeks to have the opportunity in the bauxite, in our mineral interest or any interest in our downstream mineral? The president cannot deny the brother because the brother is extending favor one way. In the first place, the potential conflict of using a private person presidential jet for official trips is apparent and is just clear. It's so clear for everyone to see. And now you are not using just any private person, you are using the presidential jet of your brother. So the palpable conflict of interest is there. There's also some ethical issues. If a president must live beyond reproach, that beyond reasonable, that people would not want to see any semblance of unethical consideration in your behavior. So the fact that the president is using the brother, it brings himself within against his own code of conduct of public officials, because you spell out some code of conduct for your officials. They shouldn't put yourself in a conflict situation, and you are putting yourself right in the center of a conflict. So that is unethical, and I think that the president should have known better. There is no reason whatsoever. Even if there's the need for him to go, he could have gone on commercial trip.
So on this note, we go for a commercial break. When we return, we get to the business desk and we'll bring you some more stories. Stay with us.
MBN Jasuni Fremi Ejahima Sawupa Sawuba MBN Jasua Fremi was 0245 88 2128 MBN Jasu Kameho na yendi eja at the right place.
Welcome back. You're still live on the Evening Bulletin, coming to you live from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Great Estate, Noah at Dogono. We move to the business desk, where government has instructed the Post and Courier Service Regulatory Commission to begin strict enforcement against unlicensed courier operators nationwide from April 1st as part of efforts to synthesize the sector. The directives comes after the introduction of Integrated Courier and Logistics Management System, Ghana, that's ICOMS Ghana, a new digital platform intended to improve regulation of the courier and logistics industries while strengthening Ghana's growing e-commerce environment. Speaking at the launch of the platform on Thursday, March 12, the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel Nate George, indicated that operators have been granted a limited window to comply with a new regulatory requirement. He explained that all courier service providers, including individual delivery riders, have up until March 31st, 2026 to complete their registration and integration into the ICOM Ghana platform.
If you remember when I met you in August, I stated that the commission had till the end of the year to build a platform. So basically, I gave the commission some 3 or 4 months to build the platform. I met you, I think, on the 30th or 31st of December and showed you the demo platform and how it had been developed and gave further inputs for them to go and execute. But if you remember at that meeting, I stated that the moratorium was going to run till the 31st of March. In line with that, once we've launched the ICOMs today, the grace period runs from today, 12th of March, until 31st of March, 2026. This gives you exactly 19 days, whether you are a company or a single biker, to register on the ICOMS GH platform. All existing courier companies have that same period to onboard and integrate their systems with ICOM's digital platform.
He further noted that companies currently operating in the sector are also required to integrate their internal system with a newly launched digital platform within the same period. Samuel Neti George cautioned that operators who fail to comply with the directive will face regulatory penalties once enforcement begins.
All existing courier companies have that same period to onboard and integrate their systems with ICOM's digital platform. If you fail to do that, it will attract regulatory sanctions. Enforcement, in conjunction with Chief Supo Obeng and his people at Ghana Police Service, will start effective 1st of April 2026. And so, Executive Secretary, from the 1st of April 2026, you have the full mandate of the ministry to work with law enforcement, Ghana Police Service, to begin a nationwide crackdown on all defaulters. And on this one, I make you a solemn pledge. I will not intervene, and there will be no moratorium. So please comply. There will be no excuses to give this time. We've given ourselves a long time. And let's be quick to add, I went as far as giving almost a 50% rebate on their registration fee. So really, I want the plane to pass so that you hear what I'm saying well. We gave a 50% discount on registration. So really, there is no excuse. We've given ourselves 7 months, a 50% discount. I urge you, please comply.
The minister called that enforcement actions against unlicensed courier operators had previously been suspended in August 2025 to allow stakeholders time to prepare for the digital regulatory system. However, he stressed that the introduction of ICOMS Ghana means operators can no longer delay compliance with the law. Away from the business desk, we're going to the entertainment front after the break.
Say about the heartbeat of entertainment and one the ultimate show with AJ Barker. Anne and paying for say Trini and Dawa, ye munching. Yana what the hottest trend, the juicy gist, exclusive interview with your favorite celebrity and NASA influencer. And ya no phone, you best say the asa I will show you so HINAS. Kaina will say if it is trending, we are talking about. If it is entertainment, we got you covered. And it's every Friday exactly 4 p.m. The ultimate show with AJ Barker. It's always a vibe.
The ultimate show, this and every Friday, at 4 p.m. only on MBN TV. MBN, the gospel, news and entertainment.
Welcome back from the break. It's still live on the Evening Bulletin, live from our studios here on the 10th Avenue. On the entertainment segment, the one-week observance in honor of the legendary Ghanaian musician will take place this Saturday, March 14, 2026 in Saltpond in the Central Region. According to the family, the memorial will begin at 6:30 a.m. at the Wesley Methodist Church, Saltpond. After the church gathering, mourners will proceed for the next part of the observance. The family has asked attendees to wear black for the ceremony. The gathering is expected to attract family members, musicians and fans, and members of the creative art communities who wish to pay their tribute to the one of Ghana's most influential. Ebo Taylor died on February 7, 2026. At age 90, widely respected as a guitarist, composer, and a band leader. He played a significant role in shaping Ghana's highlife music and expanding its influence across Africa and beyond. Born Deron Taylor in Cape Coast in 1936, he rose to prominence during the late 1950s and early 1960s when highlife dominated Ghana's music scene. Over a career that spanned for more than 6 decades, Taylor developed a distinctive sound that blended traditional Ghanaian rhythms with elements of jazz, funk, and early Afrobeat. In the latter years, the music gained a renewed international attention and sampling by global artists in hip-hop and R&B. Songs such as Heaven and Bra Bra and Love and Death introduced new generations of listeners to his work. And despite receiving a wider global recognition later in life, Ebo Taylor remained a towering figure in Ghana's music industry. Many musicians and scholars regard him as architect of modern West African popular music. As preparation continues for the one-week observance, tributes from fans and industry figures continue to highlight the lasting influence of a musician whose work helped bridge generations and musical tradition. Coming up, we'll bring you sports right after this break.
How do you some look fast? Mama, me again. Let's go, Yale. Me quite remember who hear me. Mentally, I sent my friend doctor when I'm crossing over. See what we saw. She has malaria. Hey, malaria. Oh, what they say with the router? Me copy the absence. A drone a friend router mixer. Yeah, come on, let it draw. And running router. So. Gap trap and the draw crew abaso body assay. Wabo Ruta mixture abaso. Ruta natural products and one Ruta mixture. Yeah, you could see a treat. Ruta tonic and the Ruta life for a who a finish like the bunny, a fin per diem. Let's support the immune system. Ruta de Obiasia, FDA, I did drinking crap to you.
Welcome back. Now straight to sports. Ghanaian and Manchester City attacker Antoine Semenyo has admitted Real Madrid were very good and brought ups and downs to earth after his heavy defeat at Santiago Bernabeu Stadium in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League last 16 tie. Federico Valverde's first half hat-trick was enough to put the records champions in ascendancy ahead of the return leg. It could have been more after Donnarumma brought down Vinicius Jr. for a penalty, but the Brazilian failed to convert the opportunity. Reacting to the defeat on his debut in competition, Semenyo said they are very good on transition and he was a couple of spaces in the middle of the park and he exploited them. Manchester City faced West Ham United in the Premier League before hosting Real Madrid at Etihad Stadium for the second encounter on March 17. So we'll be right back after this break. We'll go straight to the international front, bring you some African stories. So welcome back from the break. We're still going live at this time round on the African continent, where a well-known Eritrean astrological cartoonist has been freed from prison after spending 15 years in detention without charge. His family and friends have told the BBC. Bien Solomon, now in his early 60s, was arrested in the capital Asmara in 2011 but was never tried. The reasons for his continued imprisonment were not made clear. Known for his pen name Cobra, Bien gained fame for his critical and witty cartoon tackling political and social issues. The authorities have not said anything why he was set free, but it is the latest in a string of similar releases. Nevertheless, thousands remain in prison, in communications and also without trials, in a country long criticized for alleged human rights abuses. During his 15 years in detention, Bien had no contact with his family and received only occasional medical treatment. According to a relative, he spent the latter part of his detention in Asmara Crime Investigation Prison, in a widely reported to hold political consensus objections under harsh conditions. Despite losing an arm in a childhood, Bien pursued a career as an artist and produced a substantial body of work. To supplement his income, he was also employed as a physics teacher at a secondary school in Asmara. His cartoons were published in several Eritrean newspapers in the 4 years from 1997. And this brings us to the end of this evening news, coming to you live from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Greater Estate. We're live on all social media handles on MBN 360. Before we take a leave of you, let's take a second look at the stories making headlines. In the headlines, we found 113 million collected from unsuccessful applicants in Tim Forjo to the Interior Ministry. Ghana takes steps to integrate data system to improve public sector efficiency. In business, government orders a crackdown on online sales courier service starting April 1st. On an African story, cartoonist freed after 15 years in prison without charge in Eritrea. For more news, log on to MBN 360. And we want to say a big thank you to you. Don't forget to join us same time tomorrow, same channel from the 10th Avenue Extension, Great Estate. My name is El Samuels. Do have a good evening.